Hello everyone, welcome back. Greetings of the day. I'm there in front of you with one more session of marketing management. Today's topic is channels of distribution. I believe you people must have gone through the previous one and understood the same as well. And for today's session, let us quickly begin with understanding the flow of presentations first of all. The flow of presentation includes the following major points, wherein the first one is introduction to channel of distribution, the next one is functions of channels of distribution, the third one is types of channels of distribution, and the last one is importance of channel of distribution. Now, let's quickly go ahead and understand the entire topic in a detail. Let us understand first of all the introductory part of channel of distribution. Channel of distribution refers to those people, institutions or merchants, those who help in transactions or else the distribution of goods and services. A distribution channel is a chain of businesses or else mediators through which a good or services possibly can reach up till the final buyer or a end consumer. The distribution channel includes wholesalers, retailers, distributors, and even the internet. In today's generation, internet provides a lot of online services, so by default, internet also is part of the same chain. The next is functions of channels of distribution. When we talk about the same, few of those important functions are listed below, wherein the first one is helpful in price determination. When we talk about channels of distributions, they are given huge importance and they have a great consideration because they are in a direct contact of the consumers or the buyers. Because of being into a direct contact with consumers, these people can predict or else estimate the purchasing capacity of the community. Henceforth, they have a clear idea about acceptance of certain products and services. Therefore, it is always suggested that the manufacturers must invite the suggestions of middlemen, which directly or indirectly helps these people to define or else to decide a specific price of a product. The next is managing finances. All the manufacturers have a limitation of financial resources. Middleman helps the producers or the manufacturers in making the adequate finances available by purchasing all the goods and services by doing a direct payment to them. In direct or indirect ways, the help is provided to the manufacturers by these middlemen as they solve a problem of financial crisis for the manufacturers by purchasing goods and services in cash. After managing the finances, the next step for distribution channel is to make the process of distribution easy. It is not possible for a producer, particularly the producers of consumer goods, to be in a direct contact of any of their consumers. Henceforth, it is very important and always preferred that a channel of distribution wherein the middleman will have to play an important role and have to ensure that they will deliver all the goods or even certain services to the right person at a right time with a right expectation. This is how the consumers are going to be benefited, and even a chain or else a channel of distribution is linked between the producer and the consumer through the middleman. These middlemen are some or the other way the most important part of the channel of distribution. The next function of channel of distribution is promotional activities. It is believed that channel of distributions not only help the producers by distribution of their goods and services, but also in promoting the sales of these producers. When we talk about this, there are two major distributors, those who help the producers to ensure sales. The first one is a wholesaler who advertises the goods what he or she might be attached with. The goods what they are dealing with is to be presented to other merchants, even retailers. Retailers are the most important individuals within the chain as they are in a direct contact of the consumers. And because of the same reason, the retailers display all those goods which are available to them given by the producer in their own showrooms, so that there is a small sense of awareness being brought within the consumer's mind to look at and buy those goods and services from these retailers. Directly or indirectly, both these individuals being a part of the chain helps the promotional activities of the producer and even for certain goods. Moving to the next function, we have being helpful in communication. We know that habits, tastes, trends, likes, dislikes, attitudes, attributes, and all these kind of the human acceptance towards certain goods and services would keep on changing on a periodical basis. These changes are frequently observed by the mediators, those who are basically the wholesalers or else the retailers, will surely make a note of the same and convey it to the manufacturers, on the basis of which a manufacturer would create a change within the product which makes the product more acceptable in the market. The same way, the same kind of a communication between a consumer and a middleman, maybe a retailer or a wholesaler, should happen, in which the features or else the policies which are made or else changed by the manufacturers should be brought to the notice of consumers. Directly or indirectly, the communication which happens both the directions by the middleman helps the manufacturers to increase their sales. Directly or indirectly, a huge role is played by these channel of distributions which reflects on the sales of the manufacturers. Next comes is the function of matching of demands and supply. According to the words of Ederson, the goal of marketing is to manage a segment of demand and supplies. This is the same thing what a middleman is expected to do. A middleman always tries to collect various goods and services from many producers and present them in front of a consumer. Many a times, a large choice of selection is available in front of the consumer, out of which it can be selected and used by the consumer. It is also believed that the middlemen play a very important game of matching the demands and supply of goods and services in the market. So, these were the major functions of channels of distribution. Now, we need to move ahead and quickly understand the other functions of channels of distribution. The other functions of channels of distribution would include the following points. The first one amongst the same is to stabilize the prices. The next one is to help in forecasting the demand for a product. Third one, to help in marketing research, and the final one is to help in production activities. Directly or indirectly, all these responsibilities are taken care by the channel of distributions only. Next comes is the types of channels of distribution. Ideally speaking, channel activities may be carried out by the marketer, or the marketer may ask special organizations to take care of these activities in terms of certain functions. We can classify specialist organizations into two different categories. They are resellers and specialty service firms. Now, let's quickly understand the concept of resellers. Resellers are the organizations or people, those who generally purchases or takes ownership for certain products to be taken from the marketing companies. The intention behind taking it away from there is not to keep it with themselves but to sell it to some other individuals or groups of buyers. If a marketer utilizes a multiple resellers within their distribution channel strategy, then the collection of resellers is known as a reseller network. These organizations can be further classified into a smaller subdivision or else a subcategory, which includes retailers, wholesalers, and industrial distributors. After this, the another one to be understood is specialty service firms. When we talk about specialty service firms, these are organizations that help with the exchange of products or goods without taking an ownership of the products or goods, even for services. They are further divided into three different categories, which includes agents and brokers. Second one is distribution service firms, and the last one here is others. That means even away from the above given two of the options, there are few more distributors, those who ensure the channel of distribution to be made for a successful sales promotion, and many a times even a successful sales for products and services. After understanding the types of channels of distribution, the next is importance of channels of distribution. When we talk about the channels of distribution, it is believed that distribution channels play a major role in performing a lot of functions like transportation, storage, selling, and scale of operations, advertising better than any of the manufacturers. Large manufacturing companies can basically reduce their cost and time. They basically can reduce the cost and time with the use of distribution channels by reaching the products with the help of distribution channel itself. It says that directly or indirectly, a mediator, which is anyone out of these channels of distribution, plays an important role in bringing a connection between the manufacturers and consumers of various goods and services. So, that is all about the channel of distribution. This is a concept wherein every single individual level where a product has to pass through from the producer till the final consumer is explained to you all. I believe the concept is understood to all of you in a nice manner, but still, if you have any doubts or questions, do not forget to share them on the given email ID. Thank you so much. Bye bye.